It's my pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar on using technology to acquire language and leadership skills for the corporate world. I hope everyone are eagerly waiting for this interesting session. Let us begin this session with the blessings of Almighty. I request Ibrahim Rila to recite the Hirat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما وما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلف سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذرهم من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim Rila. It's time for a hearty welcome. I request Abdul Wahid to deliver the welcome address and introduce the guest to us.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to one and all present here. I take immense pleasure in welcoming our chief guest today, Mr.Mohamed Nazeeb, Assistant Professor in the new college. He has over 20 plus years of teaching experience. He has completed MPhil English Literature from the Madurai Kamarajar University. He completed MA English Literature from Jamal Muhammad College, Tiruchirappalli. He did his bachelor's in English Literature from American College, Madurai. He has also pursued various MOOC certificates from Coursera.org and Canvas.org. He is a certified trainer for students' placements entitled Campus to Corporate, designed and conducted by TCS. He has completed TESL certification from Teaching House at New York City, USA. He has also completed a Human Resource Management credit course from Harrisburg University, Pennsylvania, and Principal of Management credit course from Brookhaven Community College, Dallas, Texas, USA. He has also completed ESOL credit courses from Dallas County Community Colleges, Dallas, Texas, USA. He is currently working in the new college since September 2013 as an assistant professor in the Department of English. He introduced innovative methods to students to improve their communication skill. He is involved in career guidance and advice to study abroad programs. He has also done mentoring students to explore new concepts and approaches in the post-COVID job market. He has volunteered to teach English language for the students from non-English speaking countries at Arlington Public Library, Arlington, Texas, USA. He has worked as an information technology recruiter and have extensive knowledge in IT staffing industry, human resource management, and soft skill training. He has prepared students for TOEFL and IELTS tests. He has also done several MOOC certifications such as Teaching Grammar Communicately certification from Iowa State University, Using Educational Technology certification from Iowa State University, English Composition 1 certification from Duke University, North Carolina, USA, English for Career Development certification from University of Pennsylvania. He is a certified ESL instructor from Teaching House, New York City, New York, USA. He is also certified in Test of Proficiency in English from CIFL, Hyderabad, India. We are very much glad and honored to have such a dynamic personality with us today. We are truly looking forward for your session, sir. I also extend a hearty welcome to all the enthusiastic participants of this session. I once again welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abdul Wahid, for the delightful welcome. Without any further delay, we shall start the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wahid, and Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is an immense pleasure for me, and I'm honored and pleased to be here in this warm evening, going to share my knowledge, global knowledge, where I'm so glad in meeting you online, virtual meeting for this PG students. When my Vice Principal, Professor Sheikh Mohammed sir was asking about my willingness to go for giving my consent for this seminar or webinar. I was so much delighted, and I was it is a long gap for me to have an interaction with or to share my information technology knowledge, where I have acquired in a global arena. And also, I'm so delighted in meeting people from Miyazi Institute of Technology. And I have to thank the Miyazi Institute of Technology Management, our beloved principal, Dr. Bashir Ahmed sir, and our vice principals, Professor Sheikh Mohammed sir, academics, and Dr. Kamal Nasir sir, administration, for this opportunity. Right. Let me take you for a kind of a roller coaster ride, where I hope and I believe that you will be finding it interesting, where I'm going to present my PPT. And before that, I just want to throw some light on how this technology is playing an important role in the current world scenario, and the post-pandemic world, how it has got changed, and the world population, how it has accepted the complementary competencies. Here I'm using this phrase where people started using online sources like paying their bills using the mobile apps, and people started every day they are using to do their daily course. People, they are not at all aware of such things are available in the rectangle world. I mean the smartphone. They started using all such mobile apps, and also it is a kind of where they do not know anything, the A to Z, or zero knowledge about this technology. They are just starting to use this complementary competencies. And again, when it comes to information and communication technologies, the young technocrats are very much in a kind of rapidly growing young people. In the digital world, I would call them, they are digital generation, and this digital generation are learning a lot, and every day they are experiencing tons of informations coming to their inbox, and they are just coming across on their social platforms, and they are also getting into this new learnings. And every 3 months they are forced to learn. Every 3 months, I would say, or nowadays the post pandemic, every day they are learning something new from their friend circle, or from their elders, or their area of interest. They are learning something new. So this healthy scenario where this young technocrats or young minds, young technical minds, right from the schooling to the college grads, they are so much in a kind of very enthusiastic to learn. It is not only about playing games, or it is not only about doing some other business related activities. I know that there are here there are students present where they are indulging in their business, and in their business they are also learning many things apart from their classroom studies. And here I would say, and we have to accept that there are digital divides, but at the same time, though there are some partialities or disparities, there are lots and lots of complaints about the haves, the people who are getting all the facilities to use the technology, but the people who are there in the remote areas where they don't know or they are not at all aware that such things are happening in their field. They are also trying to learn many things, but at the same time, they are investing their time. They are investing themselves in technology, and they are just coming out with more knowledge, and they are also getting opportunities where the future industry, I would say here the industry is like 4.0. We are experiencing the industry. The future of industry is 4.0 because we are heading towards the new term called metaverse. The metaverse is, I hope that being in a technology area, you people would have got introduced to that, where it deals with both augmented reality and virtual reality. And this people in this technocrats or the technology world and the experts are saying that this is the next internet. So technology is simply making the whole world population to get, or it is giving us more gratification at this point. It is giving more satisfaction, and it is giving more ease. This technology is of something like making our life very easy. And this digital transformation, I know that the being in a college study, many students, they are just experiencing, or they are finding it very difficult to transfer to this digital transformation, especially in this post-pandemic world, where the people, or where the whole population in a nation, or if you take our nation, like post-pandemic is making people to get into the digital world, right from the hospitality industry or tourism, you name it, you education, or you take all sectors. It is making the people, right from the young to the elder one or the older one, it is giving a lots and lots of knowledge about that something relates to digital transformation. So here we are also in a situation to get ready to go for the future, what do you call this, simulation hypothesis. The simulation hypothesis is nothing but like what you're playing on the games, the mobile app games, right? That is from the companies like Roblox, or the company like Niantic, or Valve. These companies they are making people, especially the young minds, to get into this into their world, where their world is completely connected with the metaverse. The metaverse is making these young minds to get into this the world where they can design themselves, that the world that they can be there to do their everyday activities, and they can even go in very deep to know more about in creating things. So this metaverse is the next level of internet, where I have told you this metaverse is nothing but it is a kind of targeting audience. It is simply targeting audience, and it is also making a great change in the entertainment, tourism, and also the medical industries. Say for example, a couple of weeks back, the metaverse has launched. Through metaverse, the pop stars like Ariana Grande and Travis Scott, they have launched their video albums. I hope that you would have come across, being youngsters, and you would have come across on YouTube channels. So this is the current scenario, and we are in a situation to learn more about the IoT, the Internet of Things, blockchain, and also the brain-computer interface, what they call as a BCI. So in this juncture, I just want to take you to my other world of technology, and other world of leadership skills. So the scenario is like this, and I have given a brief points, or I have given a brief light. I have thrown some brief light over this current technology world. And here I just want to take you to the other part of the leadership skills, how you can make yourself getting ready for this the present or the future skills, and how you're going to acquire those skills. And yes, Samiha, can I share my screen? Are you there, Samiha?
Yes, sir, you can share it.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. Yes.
It is not in slideshow. You can go for yes.
Oh, you don't want me to put it in a slide, so?
No. Slideshow is better.
Slideshow is better. Okay. So here it is. Right. Let me start this slideshow, or the PPT with the title. First, I have given much importance for the leadership skills. Whatever the sector or whatever the field of study you are in, first you have to learn how to make yourself, or how to develop your leadership skills. And here, this is one of the most favorite quotes of mine, where it simply connects, or it simply right one for all the people in all the fields have to keep this quote in their daily life. It is from one of the movies which deals with corporate things. And this particular quote is applicable for right from an uneducated or the layman to the people who are sitting in the high position. Slower we move, faster we die. So we are in a world where it is a kind of learning things. I'm not saying that it is a rat race, or I'm not saying that it is a kind of food fight. Food fight means like when a country is in war, and the ordinary people, they wait for the food packs to be thrown, and they simply fight for the food packs. So we are not in a kind of such situation. But we have to be very alert. We have to be showing our curiosity, or we have to be very much meticulous in learning things. So when it comes to learning, we should not show our lazy, or we should not show our lethargic attitude. So this world makes you to keep moving or keep fast. You have to move fast. You have to make things, or you have to do the things in a very swift manner. So slower we move, faster we die. And the next thing is, whatever comes to your way, whatever falls in your inbox, that simply comes through this social media networks. The very first thing what you have to, as a student of technology, as a student of the information technology areas, whatever you should not be a victim of the fake things. You should not be a piece of people where you believe. Excuse me, there is a disturbance. So yes. So you have to make sure that nothing should go wrong from your side when you are sharing, because we are living in a world where everything is forwarded. Everything is forwarded. Whatever comes to your way, you simply forward. Whatever you are coming across, whatever you are watching or listening, you simply forward it. So before forwarding it, as a students of technology, you have to make sure that whether this particular information or particular video or the audio format is genuine or not, whether it is true or not, because we are living in a world of fake news. So I just want to make you to understand that don't be a victim of the society where don't be the victim of the people who are trying to make you to pull out your emotional things, you know. So for that, I just want to share this link, where in this link you can take a note of it. If you want, I have also shared this PPT to Professor Samiha, and later on you can get it from her. And here in this link, you can find some set of the fake news checking websites, and you can simply go and cut paste the link or the video, whatever you come across, and you can find out whether it is a genuine or fake. And don't believe, or don't simply be a person of like timid. You should not be a person of whatever comes to your way, you simply believe. No, that is not the right way of approaching technology. And whatever comes to your WhatsApp university, don't simply be a believer of believer as if an ordinary man or ordinary person is like, you know. And the other thing is, like, we are the people who are always getting addicted. I mean, majority of this population are getting addicted to this psychological term, that is positive intermittent reinforcement. According to psychology, it means you scroll down and find out new messages on screen every now and then. Every 5 minutes or every 2 minutes or every now and then, you feel like you are getting messages, and you simply turn on your screen and checking your message. It's a kind of psychological issues according to the psychiatrist. So make sure you are not getting too much into that one. But of course, I told you that the technology is making a great changes in our life, but at the same time, you have to keep technology in your control, right? And coming to this leadership skills, what the current world is experiencing, the post-pandemic world, what it is reflecting in all the countries, right from the small nations, the island nations, to the big brother like United States of America, or the other countries, other developed countries. Whatever the situation is, I mean, couple of years back or couple of weeks back, we were experiencing kind of a great loss, right from an ordinary man to the governments. Almost all over the world, we were watching how people are just trying to go through or trying to cross this hard times. And we have crossed by the grace of Almighty, we have crossed such a losing many things, but there are very few gainers from the corporate world, where they have made billions of dollars, and they have made use of it. But the post-pandemic world has made the governments to make their leaders to think of economic growth, because the economy has completely gone down, and the GDP in India is simply going down, and the GDP as well as the economic scenario is not at all in a good shape. You know, as a leaders, whether the leader is from the regional parties or from the central government, or you name it, you just simply go to any island nations like Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is facing tough times. They are just trying to bring up their economic stability. So their leaders are trying hard to make their economy very strong. And their leaders, if they are efficient, if they are skilled, if they know the complete knowledge about the happenings, the functionalities, how and where they can generate money, they can simply bring up their countries. Like when the Singapore, the small nation, during the Second World War, they were nothing. The country like Netherlands, or the countries like Japan, or the countries which are affected by the war, the Second World War, they came up. They just crossed tough times, and it's all because of their leaders. So the leadership skills should be in the 21st century. We are living in the first part of 21st century, and a leader should have the knowledge of how to develop the economy. And the next thing is sustainability. Sustainability is like everything should be fact-based. For example, here I have to share one of my personal experiences. It was in the year 2018. I was touring Europe, and I was there in the Netherlands. And once I got down from the flight and I was waiting for my cab, I saw this cab driver driving Tesla, the battery operated car. It's an SUV, and this car is used as a cab in that country. And I was like wondering, how come this government as well as the people, they are so much concerned about the environment? How much the people are so much concerned about protecting their nation through keeping their nation non-polluted. And not only this battery operated cars or electric vehicles. When I was touring through the whole nation, Netherlands and Belgium, I saw people riding bicycles, and you won't believe that in India, especially when you are watching TV, when you can come across there are advertisements for motorcycles. And the very first time I saw the advertisements for selling bicycles on TV commercial in Netherlands, and I haven't seen a motorcycle or car that operates on fuel, petrol or diesel fuel cars, or petrol or motorcycle petrol vehicles are advertised. They are advertising to buy bicycles which are operated in electric charging batteries. So sustainable energy is very important for the nation, where the leaders have to promote that energy. And the next thing is the most important thing in the current scenario, where the leader has to include the whole lot of people from all walks of life, right from the business community, right from the middle class community, or right from the below the poverty line. So the leader has to take note, or the leader has to consider where he has to include the neighborhoods. He has to think about his neighborhood. He has to think about the communities. He has to think about the people from different faith. Then only the country can develop. The best example is, I can say, it's Netherlands, United States of America, Canada, and the Germany. So these countries we can take as an example. So these countries, they are developing every year. They are showing their growth in industrial sector as well as in other what do you call this, logistic exports and imports business. They are developing their GDP level. It's all because of including all the people. That is what we call as a diversity. So diversity values should be given important for to be a leader. And next thing is, a leader has to have a vision. A person has to inspire the citizens. The leader has to inspire, and he has to be a man of vision. Here I just want to share one of the true stories happened in the company Apple. It was in the year 2007, where the former CEO Steve Jobs was carrying this iPhone. He was planning to launch his first prototype, the first model, iPhone 3, and he was carrying that iPhone prototype model in his pocket. And he was from California to New York. He was traveling, and he was just going and finding the market, studying. He was doing some analysis, and he was planning to set up his Apple store, and he was finding location. And after completing all his business course, he came to his hotel room, and he simply took the prototype iPhone model and kept it on the table and he found that the whole screen got scratched. The scratches were there on the screen. And he got extremely angry over this designers. And he was in a kind of, at that time he was in New York, and the next moment he's just catch the flight to California, his headquarters, and he called all his managers, the designers, the iPhone designers, and he simply says like, see, we are going to launch this new model, the revolutionary phone in the market, and I find this screen, the plastic screen is getting scratched because I was carrying this phone in my pocket with the keys sitting there besides, and he was just giving a commanding order. He was giving a kind of very strict order to his designers and marketing and sales department people that within 3 months, within 90 days time, we are going to launch this. So I do not know what you're going to know. What you're going to do. So I want this plastic screen, the touch screen should be replaced where it shouldn't get scratched. So this managers were in a great pressure, and there is this company called Corning. Foxconn you would have come across. There is this company called Foxconn. They also have a glass making company like Saint-Gobain. There is a Foxconn, the company called Foxconn. They have this industry in Chennai also. And this company has also got another sister concern like Corning. They are called Corning, C-O-R-N-I-N-G, Corning. And this company was making a glass where it won't get scratches. And it was a midnight hours in Chicago. This company has a plant in Chicago, and they are calling from California. From California west to the central part of United States, they maintain 3 different time zones. So they were calling in the midnight, and in Chicago headquarters, in the Corning headquarters, they took the phone and they say like, it is not at all possible to make 10 million to 20 million precision glass cutting machines are not available with them, and it is very tough for them to find the employees to work overtime. So the next moment, what they did was, the managers, they simply contact the engineers in Beijing, China. So what they did was, the Chinese company, they simply took the phone and they simply asked for the number of the precision glasses, and it was they mentioned it is within 3 months time they need some 20 million precision cut glasses. So what they did was, the Chinese company took the order and they made this precision glasses, and they fixed the 20 million glasses in their handsets, and all this happened within 15 days time. Instead of happening in 90 days time, they made it in 15 days time, because they were working, some 1,000 workers were working there. So you can find in the iPhone that it is made in China, marketed in California. So that is the reason they don't want to leave that name. So a person who wants to give a perfection, a vision, a person who has got a vision that the customers, to attract the customers, we have to have a vision that only if you're going to give such product to the masses, in the market, the people will find that this is one of the best thing happened, or this is one of the best product they have bought. So the 3 things matters, like vision, inspiration. Later on, Steve Jobs inspired many company CEOs, and many company CEOs have taken this man as a best example for making their company to get progress, to make more profits. And the delegation is nothing but team members. The team members are very important. You have to have a kind of same mental frequency to come under one umbrella. Then only things will happen, and but at the same time, when you are with these 3 factors, or when you are with these 3 qualities, you should also make sure that you are giving much importance for environment. You should not pollute the environment. You have to make sure that your products are getting recycled. In India, we don't find such things. We don't find such concept of recycling. You are not at all aware. We can see the plastic dump yards. We can see plastics everywhere. But when I was traveling 3,000 kilometers or 3,000 miles from south to north in the United States, from Texas to Pennsylvania, I haven't seen a single plastic bags on the highways. I was driving 2 days, and I haven't seen any river. I haven't seen the huge waterfalls full of plastic bags. No. So they are very much concerned about the environment. So you should not spoil the environment. And the next thing is, you have to create the opportunities for the people, your own people, the citizens. If you take the people from Germany, if you take the people from China, their people are everywhere in the world. They are taking their products, they are selling their products, and they are available everywhere in almost all the markets, in all the countries. You can you can go and see the Chinese man selling his product in Sri Lanka. And you can see the person who is from Germany selling his, tourism industry, or he can selling his BMWs or Volvos or the Mercedes-Benz in the small nations like Maldives, So you have to create opportunities for your people. And the next thing is, the leader should have the capabilities. He must have the capabilities of building programs. He has to give, or he or she has to give the much exposure for building programs. And also, the leader has to be open-minded. The leader shouldn't be a person with giving a false information or the false hope. The false hope will make the people to go mad. The false hopes will make the country good to get spoiled. So the leader has to be an example for the citizens to make sure that he is taking the whole mass of followers in the right path. And I am mentioning leader. What? This also connects with the corporate leaders. All these concepts can be applicable to the team managers in a company. All these qualities should also be applicable to the team leads in an information technology company. This all factors should also be applicable to the information technology, the software developers, or the people with the highly skilled, say for example, a person with a high skill of artificial intelligence development, or a person with machine learning, or a person with the data analyst. Whatever the skill set you have doesn't matter. Only with these skills you can climb the ladders. You can keep on moving to the next ladders. You can keep on moving, and the company will make you to keep growing. It is not about the individual growth. It is about the company's growth. This company's growth can be applicable to a country, but at the same time, I am just giving this as a vice versa, right? And the next thing is, what is the current scenario of this job market? What are all the jobs going to be here, and what are all the jobs going to get disappear? You can. I have listed out. I have listed out the jobs which are going to get prosper, the jobs which are going to get completely disappear. And you may be wondering that, sir, you're saying that movie stars are not going to be there? Yes, movie stars are not going to be there. As I have mentioned earlier, that Ariana Grande and Travis Scott, the two most popular pop stars in the United States of America, are there in the Metaverse augmented reality. And they are promoting their albums. And Disney is going to promote their movies on Metaverse. And the companies like Warner Brothers, AT&T, All these companies are going to produce their or make their movies, and that is exclusively meant for Metaverse. And gone are those days. We are just sitting at home and we are completely going and watching on movies on OTT platforms. So if the for the past couple of years things are getting changed, if things are getting changed and we have traveled to this limit, why don't this limit will be moved to the Metaverse world? So movie stars are not going to be there, and entertainment industry is going to be having a different scenario, different shape. And people with what do you call this stem cells designers are going to be there. If a man and woman are going to get married and they want the babies to have the characteristics of no jaundice, no hepatitis B, no cholera, no dengue, no what do you call this COVID-19, they can design the cells. So people who are in that medicine field, the scientists who are there in the medical field, are going to get more busier than the ordinary doctors, because they are going to design the cells. And real estate business is also going to develop, because people in future, they are going to setting up the organ selling, human organ selling centers. This is according to World Economic Forum. According to World Economic Forum, they are saying that by the year 2028, 2030, you can simply go to enter the store, and if your kidney is getting spoiled, you can go and buy the kidney and you can go to the doctor and fix it. It is like a spare parts getting fixed in a car or a motorcycle. So the tech engineers, again here, if you go through the whole lot of job market that are going to thrive, that are going to prosper, in all the fields, technology is involved, like big data, because we are living in a data world. Without a data, nothing is going to develop, especially the e-commerce industry. Whatever you are, right from the morning till you go to bed, everything is going based on data. If you're going to talk to your friend about buying shoes, then the next minute you can find the shoe advertisements reflecting on your Facebook page or on your YouTube channel. So everything goes by algorithms. Everything goes by your what do you call this neuron study. That's what I have mentioned, that brain-computer interface. Profound, deep experiments are going on. Scientific experiments are going on, and this deep experiments are going to make the human life a kind of humanoid, partly machine, partly human flesh. And this partly machine, like Metaverse, according to this technology experts, what they are saying is, if a person is not is physically challenged, the person can, with the help of Metaverse, the person can simply think of moving his amputated arms, the arms which are artificial, the robotic arms. He can simply move his arms without pressing a button, just by thinking. I hope that you would have come across this man, great physicist of this 20th century, Stephen Hawking. Couple of years back, he has passed away. He had passed away, and he is considered one of the world's most famous scientists, physicists. And he was talking about the black holes. And according to him, in another 1,000 years, the earth will die, and all this human civilization, the whole lot of human society they have to migrate to some other planet. So taking his words as something very important, the most wanted man, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, is simply working on it, and he's he's planning to take the human beings to Mars by the year 2024. He was keeping a deadline of 2028, but he has advanced his project to 2024. So see the changes in technology, right? And how we are going to change ourselves according to the scenario, the changing scenarios. And here, the other thing is, I have to mention that there are some new professions going to come. And in India, especially in Chennai, or if you take all these major cities, the metropolitan cities, or the tier 2 cities, or the cities which are going to be, the developing mode. In these cities, we don't have such concept of, what do you call, in United States, they have this, say for example, a person who is working in an office on a contract job. And this person is going to be in that, for example, a person who is going to work in Chennai for 6 months. And he has moved his family from Trichy to Chennai. And a 6 months contract job is going to extend it to 1 more year. And he has got the extension appointment letter, right? And he's working in Chennai. And this 1.5 years time, this man would have bought all the household things. And his native is Trichy, but he is not in Trichy, but he is residing in Chennai, and he has got all his household items, like right from the furniture to other decorative things, you know. And at the end of the contract, his company is asking him to move to Kanpur. So what are all the things he has bought? He has to say, either he has to sell it or he has to keep it. And he has to spend a whole lot of money to transport that materials to his native Trichy. He doesn't want to. Again, he is going to be back to Chennai. So there is this concept in the United States of America for people who are working in contract jobs. There is this company called U-Haul. The letter U, Haul, H-A-U-L. You can make note of it. uhaul.com. It's a packers and movers company, but at the same time, they also have the properties where these properties are fixed with lockers, the huge area lockers. It is of 5,000 square feet or 2,000 square feet, based on the need of the person. If a person has a very small amount of material, the household items, then he can go and simply dump it in the 1,000 square feet space. And if a person has got the whole lot of, including his car, his motorcycle, everything, he wants to keep it in that garage, like setup, or the shed, what we call as a shed. The person has to take that space, 10,000 square feet for a rent, a monthly rent of some, in Indian money, it's like 1,500 or 2,000 rupees every month. But this man is getting more than 5 lakhs per month or 2 lakhs per month. 5,000 is not a big deal for him. So he's going to move. It is like a packers and movers, but he don't want to take all his. So this particular business is not there in India. So I'm telling you, maybe you can think of it, and you can contact all your networks in India. If you have friends and families sitting in Delhi or Mumbai or Kolkata or in some other parts of Kerala or Karnataka, you can simply contact them. You can find a place and you can start this business in future. I'm just giving you a lead. And the next thing is how this tech industries are working, how they are doing this hiring process. All these companies listed out here in the page are the clients. They are the clients. Hope you would have come across all these clients. Verizon, AT&T, Microsoft, IBM. Here I have given the tech companies. The Blue Cross Blue Shield is the insurance company. Aetna is also an insurance company. GM, General Motors, is automobile industry. And Pyro One Imports is, I don't think any of you people have come across this Pyro One Imports. Pyro One Imports is like they buy all this decorative things which are there available in China, and they buy the whole lot of containers, the cargoes, and they just market it in United States of America. You can go online, you can simply check what this company is doing, like Pyro One Imports. This is one of the major clients in the United States of America. They have offices throughout the nation. And you already know this company, Walmart. It's one of the largest chain of retail store. And all these companies, they are in, they may be in need of a data analyst or a person with .NET skills, .NET application skills, or the mobile app skills, or they may be in need of a Java developer, or they may be in need of the Oracle SQL developers. And sometimes they may be, at present, these companies are looking for Microsoft Azure, AZURE, Microsoft Azure. It's something relates to cloud computing. And these companies nowadays, they are just paying more. Boys and girls, always keep in mind that United States of America, if you are getting a job there, then it is not a permanent job. It is contractual job. And just for your information, you will be getting 2 paychecks. You'll be getting 2 paychecks, 15 days, 15 days. Say, for example, if your salary is $3,000 per month, $1,500 that includes everything. I mean, all the perks and all the overtime payments. $1,500 will be given the first 15 days, first part of the month. The remaining $1,500 will be given so 2 salaries you will be given. Everything is based on number of hours you are working. So all these companies, they pay much based on your skill set. So what I am coming to say here is, like, if you are a person with updating qualities, if you are a person who is very much interested in developing the blockchain concepts, a person who is very much interested in bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, or a person who is very much interested in data analyst, a person, if you are a person with lots and lots of knowledge in e-commerce industries like Amazon Web Services, AWS, or Microsoft applications, you can, if you are up to date, if you are a person with all the skill sets, then you will be getting not less than $100 per hour. This is the way they look for the consultants. Here, their process is like that. So they go to these vendors. These vendors are here. The first 3 vendors are top 3 vendors in the United States. I mean, top 10, I would say. Judge Group, Technisource, Kforce. I was working for these companies like Judge Group. You can go and check online like judge.com or technisource.com or Kforce.com. All these people are these companies are hiring IT analysts or IT related business. So these people, they hire only the people from information technology field, and these people, they even do the visa processing. If you are in the United States, these company, you can work for these vendors, and these people, they go to this client their clients like Verizon, AT&T, GM, and they ask for the openings. For example, Pyre One Imports are they are in need of Amazon Web Services skilled consultant. And if you are a person who is working for the Technisource, for example, and the Technisource will give the first interview. They will take the interview, how strong you are in that area. And once they are getting satisfied with your answers, they will take you to the client, Pyre One Imports, and they fix the interview. And once you clear the interview, say for example, the Pyre One Imports are paying $100 per hour, you will be getting $70 per hour, and remaining $30 will be for the company whom you are working for. This is the concept. And my dear boys, here I have to show you a small clipping how this information technology field is working in the United States. And every now and then you would have, excuse me, every time you may be coming across, you would have come across that India is asking for more openings for H1B visas. The central government, the Prime Minister of India is asking the foreign ministers or the external affairs ministers are asking more process, more number of increase to increase the H1B visas. What is that H1B visa? This H1B visas are nothing but if you are there in the United States, these companies, the top 3 companies which are run by the Americans or the green card holder companies there in the United States, they hire you and they will make you to get placed in these companies, the top companies. And you can work for, you can go and work for these companies for your contract will be extended forever. You can be a permanent employee. You can get settled there. So H1B process is for 3 years, first 3 years, then they extend for another 3 years. At the end of sixth year, you have to go for 5. It is up to your willingness, At the end of 6th year, if your employer is willing to file a green card, you can say yes or no. Most of the people from India, they say, yes, I want to get settled here. So I just want to be an American citizen with my family. I just want to settle here. So at the end of 6th year, once your H1B visa got approved, you can simply be with that company for lifelong, or after getting your green card, you can move to some other company where the company simply hire you for more salary. So how this company are doing or convincing their business people, the clients. Here in this video, you may find it something very hilarious. It is something comical things happening. But this is the scenario happens in United States of America, where it is applicable for information technology hiring companies also. Please watch it. Yes. So here, this clippings is from one of the famous Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street movie, and this protagonist, the hero in that movie, he wants to make money. He wants to make more money, but you have to be very careful in the United States while doing business in IT. Maybe in future you may be coming across people making more money from IT field, but at the same time you have to be very careful in dealing with all these financial things. Sometimes you may get arrested for financial miscalculations. That is what they call as financial frauds. So it is a something kind of serious issue. So these vendor companies, they are very particular about hiring this what do you call the H1B employees or L1, L2 employees, or these comes under different categories of people where they can go to United States and they can settle there. And let me move on to the next skill. What are all the skill sets? How can you simply make your skill set to be upgraded? And how can how can a person be called in a IT industry? You should not use the word employee. They specially mentioned the employee as a workforce or a resource. So according to this Economic Times, they are saying that if you want to get upskilled, or if you want to, if you are really willing to upgrade yourself, you have to make sure that you are getting in touch with people. You have to make sure that you are going and having more acquaintance or friendship with people from different areas. You should not get stuck in your circle. You have to go and speak with people. You have to go and contact people. Same like what you have the friend circle on your Facebook, where you haven't even seen the real faces. Many of you may be saying that that you have got a person sitting in Brazil, or a person sitting in Australia, and this person is a long-time friend, but you people haven't met in person. That person may be fake or real, you do not know. I'm not talking about the virtual friends. Here, the networking I mean is like real world contacts. So according to Economic Times, 59% of jobs are happening only if you have contacts. And you have to keep on watching. You have to keep on watching what are the changes happening in your interested area. Say, for example, if you are interested in .NET, as a .NET developer, you have to keep moving to the what do you call this, .NET analyst. You have to develop the mobile apps using .NET applications. Yeah, then the next level is how you have to design. You have to make sure that you are also learning the system analyst or system architect, right? And this also involves the data analyst, how you can pull out the data and how you can make the whole lot of the records and how you can get the acceptance from the client to design the whole structure, the architecture, software architecture. So you have to keep on watching what are all the developments happening. And the next thing is, the most important one is critical thinking. If you are coming across something new, you have to take it in a critical point of view. If you are watching a movie and you just keep watching and you are just coming across all sort of new things in the new song sequence, the new dance steps, or the new way of lyrics writing, the new way of picturization, everything you are coming across. But at the same time, you should also think of how this director and the producer they have made the audience to sit and watch. That is the critical point of view. Where the story is nothing, the usual stuff, but it is all their talent to make the audience to sit and watch. So they make money out of it. That is the critical point. And you have to analyze. Whatever the things comes, you have to analyze. It is a must for this current scenario. You have to analyze. The next thing is, you must have a creative knowledge. For example, the companies, two companies are making billions during this lockdown period, first and the second lockdowns. Two companies, the food serving company, Zomato and Swiggy. You know the percentage of increase in their profit? It's more than 63% of profit they have during this lockdown. How creative they are. Not only food industry. There is this car company called Volvo, headquartered in Germany. They are also making, they are also selling during this lockdown period. They are just visiting their customers through online, convincing their customers to book their vehicles, both the passenger cars as well as the commercial trucks. And they were making $55 million business during this lockdown period. It's all up to their creative approach. The next thing is, you must be a person with original skill set. Whatever comes to your mind. The best example is, what are all the things going to be there in the iPhone? Samsung copies that. That's a problem. That's a problem. What are all the things were happening in Yahoo Messenger? Orkut was copying. The Google chat room, Orkut was copying. What are all the things happening in Airtel? Jio is copying. So big fish eating small fish. That is the concept. Whatever comes to, I mean, in the present scenario, whatever comes to your mind, whatever the new things you are going to do, let it be original. And the next thing is, you have to initiate yourself. You have to keep on working. You have to keep on doing. I mean, what are all the blocks? What are all the hurdles coming in your way? Just never mind. You have to keep on initiating. You have to hit really, really hard. Whether you are in a professional life or in your personal life, you have to keep on hitting. And the next thing is, here in the information technology field, or in the digital, I have to introduce this term to you people. That is, I would like to network at you. This is a new term used in the techno minds. What does it mean? What does it mean? I would like to network at you. It means that I'm following you on Twitter, I'm following you on Facebook, I'm following you on Snapchat, I'm following you on WhatsApp. I am not talking to you, I'm not texting you, I'm simply following you. But rarely, or not frequently, very rarely, I share the things what I am interested to you. Say, for example, today I have finished reading this novel, I'm sharing this to you. Today I have learned that what is the basic concepts of e-commerce in using AWS. I'm sharing it to you. Okay, I have shared it to you. What you have learned, please share it. That's the indirect way of saying. When you're saying to a person, to your friend, not a friend, you haven't met the friend, you have met this friend online on your Facebook platform or Twitter, but this friend haven't even seen you or haven't even talked to you, but this friend simply responds by sharing his or her interest, area of interest. Okay, this particular concept I have learned. Please go through that and let me know your ideas or thoughts. This is what they call as a, I would like to network it. And the most dangerous thing in the current world scenario is when it comes to the corporate world, it is the principle. That is only one principle happening in the current world. Technical or technology sector. What is that? Up or out principle. If you are working as a data analyst, if you're working as a Java developer, or if you're working as a, what do you call this, machine learning or artificial intelligence, you name it, in the technical team, then you have to keep on moving to the next designation. You have to climb up. You have every year or every 2 years, you have to keep on. Your position has to get changed. If it is not, then you will be out. Your company will make you to go out. Your company will come to you and say that, sir, we are so thankful for the service you are giving for all these years, but now we have changed our strategy, but this is the time you have to leave our company. Everything is upfront. We no more in need of you. So don't take this as an ordinary term. It is something very serious. Up or out principle. Almost all companies are following that in the post-pandemic world. And the next thing is, let us come to the language skills. I think I am taking much time. Sorry. Professor Samiha. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sorry. I'll finish it. I'll finish it in another 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
So,
sir. No problem. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here I have given a quote from one of the most famous motivational speakers, Seth Godin, the American. If it scares you, it might be good thing to try. I don't need to give much explanation on this one. When you are in 7th standard or 8th standard and you, without the knowledge of your dad or without knowledge of your mom, you simply took your the dad's motorcycle keys and you were just simply pulling the motorcycle to the street corner and kick-starting, and you are just starting to ride the motorcycle. That's a kind of thrill, but it scares you. Your friend says that see, the first gear is you have to apply like this, the second gear you have to turn on like this. But the thing is, you learn by yourself. After getting into that, after start trying to the particular interest, you find it really good. Now you are an expert in motorcycle riding. Now you are riding motorcycle 100 kilometers per hour in the busy streets. So the most important thing is when it comes to technology, yes, sir, I'm very strong and I'm 100% confident in learning all the skills. But at the same time, how I have to convey, I don't know. I don't know. When it comes to speaking, when it comes to expressing my views, I really get struck. How can I develop? Here, boys and girls, I'm telling you, you have to spend some time. Every day you have to spend at least 15 to 40 minutes time for reading. Whatever the material is, whatever the article or whatever the topic is. If the topic gives you more interest, then just read it and find yourself that you are completely understanding the whole concept or the content. And here, these are all the magazines where when I was in school, when I was in my school days, I used to read these magazines. So it was in 80s. It was in 80s and early 90s. I showed much interest in reading all this, what do you call this, most famous magazines. And not only that, I spent much importance. I gave much importance for enhancing my language, reading something, novels, watching movies. If I'm watching a movie, then I always make sure that I'm keeping a notepad, pen and paper. And I always take the words which I do not know, unknown words, to develop my vocabulary. That was the practice I was doing. And I was watching movies with, I was like watching all these action movies, romantic movies, you name it. I am a person with lots and lots of interest in watching movies, especially the English movies and or the movies with subtitles. And the next thing is you have to watch the TV shows. Now, I'm not talking about the TV shows which are there available on Indian OTT platforms. I'm asking you to watch the TV shows which are originally from American point of view. For example, there is this TV show called Lost, L-O-S-T, Lost. There is another one called Prison Break. There's another most famous TV show, 24. All this TV shows made me to get more exposure to the real world scenario. How I have to start the conversation and how I can lead the listener to show his or her interest to listen to me. So these are all the things which I want to share it with you to develop your English proficiency, your language proficiency. These are all the methods I have followed. And I haven't stopped. Still I'm reading. I'm watching. I'm reading a lot. I'm watching a lot. I just want to learn a new word every day, every new word. Every day, new word, new words. Something which gives more input, right? And here I have given some sources where you can go and find, and make sure that you're downloading or you are keeping this mobile app, the podcast that is a BBC World Services and ESL pod. Spend listening to these two podcasts at least for 20 minutes every day, and you just keep listening and you just take note. If you have you are sitting in place, or if you're traveling, or if you're just starting from home to college, you just listen instead of watching instead of listening to some music, you can listen to the podcast, the interested area podcast, like management, technology, architecture, science, lifestyle, fashion. What are all the podcasts available there? You can download it and you can listen to it, so that you can learn something new. You can use it in future, or you can use it with your friends. And the most important thing, the methods, you have to make sure that space repetition shouldn't be there. The methods should be like without space repetition. What do you mean by space repetition? Space repetition is like yes sir, no sir, sorry, excuse me. No. Don't be learning the usual stuff. without giving such things, without using these words, how you can respond. For example, sir, thanks for this session, and it is a wonderful session. At the end of this session, you are going to say, I know that. What my response would be? It was my pleasure. But if the usual stuff is like, thanks a lot. Usually people, the speakers, they always say like, thanks a lot. It is my humble thing to share all my views. So it is don't be a person of using the same terms, same phrasal verbs, or same phrases with the repetitive things. Learn something new. It's nice to meet you. It's amazing to meet you. There's a lot of difference in these two sentences, right? And the next thing is, these are all the sources to improve your proficiency. Here I have given some websites. Here I have given the web links. You can go and take note of it, and this will really help you to improve your proficiency level. I'm sure about it. All this online content are like, it will give a kind of very deep what do you call the proficiency, the deep understanding, the deep knowledge. And I'm so happy to share all these web links or websites to you people. And the sources, sir, apart from this, what I can do? You're saying that you're asking us to read something. See, you have to, otherwise you can't simply improve. You have to read first. So these are all the books I recommend you. These are all the books with authors. I have mentioned I have already mentioned. Oh, I hope that you have already got this TED education, right? Every now and then, if you're sitting at home just not showing any interest in playing games with your friends or doing, you are sitting idle, you can go out to this TED education mobile application. You can watch some talks. And if you are a person sitting at home and or traveling, you can buy any of these books available on Amazon. You can buy. Here I just want to tell you people that this first book, that is Big Data by Victor Mayer and Q. Recently, I have read this book. It is a must for you. This book is must for you. You have to learn. You must learn. You must read. Sorry, you must read. This book gives a kind of immense knowledge. This book has given you what is going to be there in the next 5 years. So accordingly, you can plan your future, whether you are into your own business or whether you are going to join with any company, or you are going to have a partnership with any of your friend circle or your family circle. This book is very important. And if you are a person with technical and management skills, I recommend McKinsey Mind and McKinsey Way. These two books are somewhat very important because McKinsey is one of the United States' largest consulting companies, management consulting companies. You have to read these books. And finally, I just want to give you this the input also. These are all the companies which are going to flourish in future. Aviation industry, the fashion industry, all these industries are going to take Metaverse. And you can find more information related to these industries, where how they are going to get connected with Metaverse, and you can get more knowledge based on your interest. If you are interested in e-commerce industry, you can go to any of this. You can Google it and find out e-commerce industry, e-commerce products with Metaverse. You can type it and you can find the information, more information about it. And for sustainable energy, I can give Germany is one of the best examples for sustainable energy, because almost all the government offices are functioning with their solar energy. They are spending very less amount of money to generate power, hydropower. They are not wasting. They are not wasting their natural resources. They are just depending on solar energy and wind energy. So sustainable energy related technology, technological things happening, the advancements happening are going to be the future career prospects. prospects. And finally, yes, this is one of the most close to heart quotations by Friedrich Nietzsche, a German philosopher. Yeah, you can understand the meaning of this. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We are here on this planet. Yes, we can survive. We can survive. There is no doubt about it. There is no doubt in simply making the survival something somewhat very comfortable and easy. But you have to keep on learning something new. And if you are not learning, one day or the other, it's going to come and stand in front of you. Okay, just treat me and go. For example, during my school days, my dad was asking me to go for typewriting classes. At that time, I was so lethargic. I was not learning. But now I find it really difficult to type any of the, on my laptop or to speed up my writing skills, typing skills. So I have skipped that opportunity, but now it is the simply making me to. Yes, you have to do it. So don't make mistakes. Don't commit the same thing what I have done. What all the things comes to you, just face it and learn it and simply develop your knowledge. And with this one, I just conclude my session. Thanks for listening and thanks for attending this wonderful session. That's what I have to say. Yeah, I think I have fulfilled your expectations. Thank you. Thank you, Samiha.
Thank you, sir.
organizers.
Thank you. It was indeed very interesting and informative. I feel the session was more like a vision for the the future. So that's how it was. A lot of information for me as well as for everybody here. So it was
It's
truly
my pleasure. Thanks for your patience. I took extra 30 minutes.
That's okay, sir. That's okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Aisha, continue, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable time, sir. And thank you so much for sharing very useful information to us. The session was really interesting. Dear participant, the floor is open to questions. You can ask your questions through chat or you can unmute and ask. Participants, the small information to you, the feedback form link is in the chat box. Participants, please fill the feedback form to receive your e-certificate. Okay, I think currently no one is having questions. In case having questions later, kindly contact us. Without any further delay, to express our gratitude, I call upon Mohamed Azhar to propose the vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Aisha. So good evening, everyone gathered here. Respected resource person of the day, director ma'am, head of the department, teachers, and all the participants. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our resource person of this section, Mr. K. Mohamed Nazeeb, for taking time from his busy schedule and engaging us in an interesting section. Thank you so much for your time and valuable ideas on how to use technology to acquire the essential skills. This section was very informative for all of us as we are looking forward for a successful corporate career. A special thanks to our respected director, Dr. Revati ma'am, and head of the department, Dr. Usha ma'am, for the immense support and conducting a successful webinar. I also thanks the organizing team for conducting a successful section. I also thanks all the professors for their presence and support. I extend my sincere thanks to the participants for their involvement and presence today. Once again, thank you so much everyone for your presence and for making this section a successful one. Thank you so much. Over to you, Aisha.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nazeeb.
Thank you, Azhar.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, organizers. I would like to thank the directors and the faculty members of Niazi Institute of Information. information technology. And I would like to thank all the organizers, and I would like to thank the students for their patience and for listening to me. And I strongly believe that all this information what I have shared will be giving a kind of you can equip yourself to the years what you're going to face after your MCA studies. You can be alert in making yourself getting ready for the job markets as well as for your own careers. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Azhar. Thank you, everyone. And sir, the session was really informative and amazing for us. Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Aisha. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you. Shall I leave?
Participants, again, I'm repeating, the feedback form is in the chat box. Participants, please fill the feedback form to receive your e-certificate. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.